Hello, this is Liz. Welcome to Fabric Friday. I have 16 of these 2-inch squares. I'm using some fat quarters Christmas fabric up. So that's taken from a fat quarter. These greens are taken from 2 fat quarters. And I have a total of 8 strips there. Yeah, 8 strips there. Because 2 strips will be the equivalent of 1 width of fabric. So that's 4 width of fabrics. This blue is width of fabric. So I've got 4 of those. And I'm going to need more green. I didn't cut enough. Because I want to make 2 of these. So basically now there's 8 width of fabric of what I'm going to be using as the background. I'm going to sew this one up first, and next time the yarn goes on I'll cut some more because I want to make 2 identical ones. I'm not making a table runner out of these, but you can. I've already done one in different colourways for my mother-in-law, so these are actually going to be seat covers for my mother. So what you do now is you take one of your background, what you're using is your background, and sew it to either of your long colours. So if you're using width of fabric, you sew it to that. If you're using fat quarters, you sew 2 strips to one of those. And when I've got all that done, I'll show you where I am. As you can see, I have now sewn them together, the green ones, and obviously it's a split in the middle because they're only fat quarters, and all the way across with there. So what I'm going to do now is lay them out because I'm going to cut them all in one go. I'll just separate them. So I'm lining up with a line on the cutting mat, and I don't normally use the lines on the cutting mat, but on this occasion I will do. And then the next piece I'm going to stagger it slightly and get it on the next line, and so I don't move them accidentally. I could do with 2 weights actually, but I've only got the one. But I have got a large sellotape dispenser, so that's going on that side. That's on there. Let's get the next one. And I've got them all the wrong side. Never mind, I'll do the 2 ruler method. I've got them all the wrong side for me to cut, but I'll take my ruler, my longer ruler, so I can cut the selvage off, and that'll be all the way across. I will actually not throw these away. These small scraps, I'll take the bits of them and save them, because they're 2 inches by what? 2 inches by about 3.5 inches. So I could use them for something. Right, and so what I need to do now is, because I want to stay on this side cutting, which is safer for me, for anybody. Right, get your first ruler, lay it down on the edge. You want 5 inches. Just check, double check that. It's easier to double check than it is to not have it done. Right. Now, that's it. Yep. Put your 5 inches on your cut line, put your longer ruler up to it. Check that you haven't moved anything out of place. Wait on so it doesn't move. Move that ruler. And cut. And there's 4 5-inch pieces. And I'm going to do that with both of the colourways, the blue and the green, and then I'll come back to you. Don't panic, I know it's a partial seam, but it is very, very, very easy to do. So we'll take, because you look, and wherever the square goes, there's a long straight edge that meets up with it. Here, there's a long straight edge that meets up with it. So that's what we'll do. We'll take away those, and we've got to sew now down there, and we'll pull it on the top so you can see better. Hopefully you can see that. If not, it's about 1.5 inch, 1.25 onto your middle square. Drop your needle. If you've got a locking stitch, use that. On this machine I haven't, so I reverse. So there's, I think I need some new scrappy bits. And fold it away from the square, sorry, turn it over, away from the square, and just finger press that straight edge. Put it back in, and you can see now there's a straight edge there. So that's what we sew. I like to do it so that I can see my seams, so they go whichever way I want. And for this green, I'm going to put it going down. finger press that seam all the way. And turn it over so my square's in the middle so I can fold them away. Bring back these and you'll see that we're slowly going round. So there's our straight edge again. We'll get the green. I have made this before, but my seam allowances, it was very bulky, so I'm trying to do it a different way so it isn't so bulky. No, so the last blue one, I think we'll have it so the seam is going the other way. See if this will work out for me having less bulky seams. So that's where it goes. It's a bit on the fiddly side, but if you fold your fabric back, you can clip it out the way at the end or pin it down here. But what you're basically doing now is putting exactly your edge on as you've done before and sew down it. My seams align the way I want them to go. Make sure your edges match. Seeing that clip really helps. Now we've got that to sew on there, and we want to make sure that the seam goes the way that we want, towards the background fabric, but just I do use my knee lifter a lot with it when I'm doing this, so that I can use both hands to pull the stitches apart, lift it up, get it under my foot, and it's there. So I'm going that way. and that just finishes off the seam that you started originally. All partial seam is. You're finishing off at a later date, and that's one configuration. I'll be taking these to the ironing board, and that will sort out my seam allowances going opposite to where I originally pressed them as. But that's one layout. Now you do this layout, which looks exactly the same, but it isn't, because they will be going together like that. So I'll do this, and I'll keep jiggery pokering with my seams, press them, and then show you the layout. So there, I've got it hanging next to my first go at this design, and that first one I will make into a table runner, but a second one is going to be for dining chair covers. And you can see the Christmas star at the top. That I'm going to extend it more, and it'll be a table topper for my mother's dining table, together with these chair back covers. So thank you, bye.